Good afternoon, everybody. This is Mark, and it's Friday, and we're going to be doing the call a little early today, just because I got to actually head out of family engagement for the weekend. So, this market probably the slowest day of the year, or slowest day of the week for sure. There was very little movement in the spiders overall. You could say it's a little bit of a weak tape, but overall, as we're talking towards the end of the day, I'm seeing a lot of the financials gain a lot of composure and look okay across the board. It is 3 days down into possibly the 50-day moving average on the spiders, 141.78. We're not quite there yet. People are like, well, why aren't you short? Because I don't normally short 3 days down into a tape that I think has bids to it. And I do think it has bids to it. It's just a matter of finding it and rotating. Obviously, if you're just concentrated on some of the high betas, i.e. Apple, there's almost no bids to that stock. It's a beaten up stock, and it looks like it's going to go below the 505 at some point in time to move into the 400 level. And then at some point maybe we'll find buyers, but I think it seems like time, and it's definitely a weak stock overall. Rotation, I keep saying it, I keep talking about it. This market, if you overtrade, if you don't have conviction, if you don't follow through with your own ideas and just follow the prices, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Maybe next week's a little different, but if we don't solve the fiscal cliff, I think we're in much of the same tape. A lot of the moves that have been made for the year, I don't think anybody's making any drastic changes for year end, but it doesn't mean there's not nuggets of opportunity. I mean, we've been talking about some of the garbage Santa Claus rally stocks that are rallying. RIM has done it. I've taken that trade off. Again, it's still trading above 14, which is nice and healthy. I think Dell's going to give you another chance to buy that pullback at some point in time. I think the banks, which showed their face earlier in the week, are going to continue to show their face towards the year end, or at least that's what I'm seeing right now on the tape. Gold, silver, not really looking at it too much from the long or the short side. What else are we looking at? Not a whole lot. I mean, there's not a whole lot of go-to stocks right now. There's not but leadership, I still see it being, the banks. And today you did have some coal stocks, U.S. Steel. You had selective trades in play, but you never know from day to day what's going to happen. But I do see the patterns that seem to be working for me are the stocks that are trading at the lower third of the trading range and look like they're very constructive, and they're breaking out of those bases. They have some follow through. JCPenney, we saw it. We saw it in Monster earlier this week. Ezrex was a trade we've had. Very good FSLR, GMCR, same characteristics. Not necessarily stocks at the totally high end of the trading range that have broken new highs. It's quite frankly the opposite. So overall, you just got to look at what's making people money, where the trades are going to be, and we'll go from there. Facebook, was just mentioned. Obviously, the lockup happened today. It still seems like it wants to, rest below the 28 level, but this is the first time, the last two lockups, it obviously, has gone up a bunch. It doesn't seem like that's the case at this point. So the week's going to come to an end. Hopefully you made some money. Hopefully you're able to capitalize. I do think there's going to be continued opportunity for us over the next 2 weeks. I just think it's going to be a little selective, and you got to really pick and choose your spots. Less is more. Don't spread yourself out. But that type of pattern that I've been talking about, I think is going to continue to work till the end of the year. And you just got to really do your chart work to find it. Of course, on the VTF, we'll have the stuff that we're looking at, and we'll go from there. So enjoy the weekend. If you had a good week, good job. If you didn't, it's okay. It's the last 2 weeks of the year. I still think there's going to be some opportunity for us to make some money. It's just a matter of how you do it and how the market happens. Certainly, if there's this resolution to the fiscal cliff, we'll get a rally. But I think there's an underlying bid to this market regardless. But that could change anytime, regardless on headline news. Have a good weekend. I'll see you back on Monday.
Hi, I'm Sean Hendelman of T3 Live, where we train, coach, and mentor traders in order to help you put your money to work with confidence. The T3 Live approach is a blueprint for you to recognize, adapt, and ultimately take advantage of different market conditions. To begin your training with T3 Live, we would like to offer you the opportunity to enroll in our free 30-day online home study course. Fill in your name and email address, and I'll see you on the other side.